count mine. You know. Ask me what I'm doing, just grinding. Haters wanna hate, let them hate, never mind them. Be more bins, tryna reach the next plateau. And I can't stop till I achieve my goals. Keep a couple feet inside the photos. So official with the vibe, you can kick up my zone. Hold on for a minute, let me count mine. You know.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Damian Cryer, and I'm back with another video. Thank you all who recently subscribed to the Cryer family, the Cryer Family Reacts, and the new Damian Cryer channel. I will be dropping the links to both of those channels in the description box down below. So don't forget, guys, go on over and subscribe to both of those channels, especially the prank channel, Damian Cryer. I'm dropping a lot of videos over there. Also, some of the videos that I'm dropping on the new Damian Cryer channel, you guys will also be seeing those videos on Facebook. All you gotta do is go to Facebook right now, go to the search engine, type in Damian Cryer. The videos will pop up and you will know that you're on the right Facebook page when you find the videos. Also, when you go over to Facebook, it's real simple. All you gotta do, guys, is press that freaking follow button. So today I'm about to be frying a pot roast, a chuck pot roast. I'm gonna be frying it today. I paid $12 and some change for this at Walmart. This is, the weight of this chuck pot roast is 2.3 pounds. So I'm gonna be frying this. So I'm finna ready to open this up real quick, get it all cleaned off and rinsed off and all that good stuff. Now I may actually let it soak for a few minutes after it gets rinsed off. That way it gets all that extra bacteria off of it. A lot of people, I don't understand, like, you got some people who actually will just wash their meat off. You got some people who will let their meat actually soak overnight in some type of marinade. But I'm just gonna just like rinse mine off and let it soak for a few minutes. And while I'm doing that, I'm actually gonna put a stopper in here. Let this cover this up for a second. So basically what I'm gonna do is, I want to already have, when I make this roast, I want it this time. Now, I made multiple pot roasts before, but I want to have this pot roast make its own gravy this time. So I will be dressing this pot roast with carrots, potatoes, and I also went and bought some corn today. I will be doing some boiled corn on the cob with it. But I may try something different with this. I may actually do like a pot roast boil. Like some people have like a seafood boil. I think I'm going to actually make a pot roast boil. I don't know if I've ever seen a pot roast boil video on YouTube where it has the corn, all the vegetables and stuff in it. So today I'm going to actually try that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this oil right here. I'm going to pour a little bit of this vegetable oil. I picked this up at Walmart as well for like $7 or $8. I'm going to use this vegetable oil, pour a little bit inside this skillet right here. And I'm gonna let this fry as if I'm frying chicken or pork chops or something, but I didn't put that much oil in this pan, just enough to kind of coat the pan a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on kind of low, because we don't want to fry it too crazy. I'm gonna actually use this flour right here, golden metal flour. I have me a couple Walmart bags right here I'm gonna be using to pour this flour in. That way, I always double these bags up because it seems like the flour stuff that you put in these bags always finds its way out the bags onto the floor or counter and stuff like that. So I've never actually made this particular dish before like this, where I'm actually frying the pot roast. I almost want to call it steak or chuck, or like a chuck roast. This pot roast, I've never actually fried one before. I've actually seen it done years ago when I was growing up. And I don't know who did it, either my mom, my grandmother, somebody that I was in the house with actually did this. And I seen them actually take the pot roast and dip it inside flour. And I'm like, what are you doing that for? So what they actually do is they take it and they season it up real good. They put flour on it. And then they end up putting it inside the grease and they let it fry, just like they're frying a pork chop or a piece of chicken. And after a few minutes of frying one side, they'll take it and flip it over on the other side, which brings all that crisp. What happens with that crisp is once you put that crisp, that meat inside one of these pans right here with that crisp already on it, it actually makes its own flour. I mean, it actually makes its own gravy. I'm gonna be seasoning the meat with Old Bay seasoning. I'm gonna use a little bit onion powder. I'm gonna use a little bit black pepper. And I'm going to be using table salt to actually season the meat. Now I know some of you guys are like, Old Bay seasoning, that's for seafood. Well, that's not exactly true. Did you guys know that you can actually use Old Bay seasoning for fried chicken and stuff like that? Fried chicken and pork chops. You know that saying, don't knock it until you try it. This is one of those seasonings right here, man. You can never knock it until you try it. This seasoning goes good with everything. So the meat has soaked for about 25 minutes in water. And this is what it looks like in its current stage right now. The grease is definitely warm and ready for it to go in, so you guys may actually hear it pop in the background. Also, some noise you might hear in the background. It is thunderstorming outside, so you might hear a crack of thunder every once in a while. So we're gonna go ahead, and first thing we're gonna do, so you guys can see this, I'm gonna go ahead and put the onion powder seasoning on here first. Even though I'm going to cut up onions and put them in here, I'm gonna still give it like that little added flavor. We're gonna go ahead with the regular salt, which I'm not gonna put too much salt because I'm gonna be using the Old Bay seasoning. And we have the black pepper, a little bit of black pepper. Now, I only season one side of my meat, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. Because I'm actually baking this, and well, once I get done frying it, I'm gonna actually bake it. All the seasonings on one side is gonna actually soak into the meat and the breading once I fry it. But when I put it inside the pan and put it in the oven to let it finish the final course of it, those juices and flavors from the top of the meat is actually gonna go down to the bottom of the meat and hopefully soak through the meat. So I don't have to season those sides of the meat, which is wonderful for me. This meat actually may fall apart as I'm turning it over once it starts frying. Why? Because this meat, as I picked it up earlier to put it on this wooden tray, the meat actually started falling apart. So that lets you know that this pot chuck roast is not gonna take long to cook at all today. But what I'm gonna do is once it gets halfway done, I'm actually going to pull the pot roast out the oven, and I'm gonna start putting my potatoes, onions, my potatoes, my onions, my carrots, my corn, and everything in there. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna boil my corn for like 25 minutes first and let it get kind of tender. That way when I put it inside the oven with the roast, we can have a successful pot roast boil. So I don't know if I've even heard of a pot roast boil. Anyway, I got my flour right here. I wanna pick this meat up. Look at it, it's just falling apart. I'm gonna stand over the sink in case any of the flour sticks out of it. I'm gonna just do it just like you would batter chicken, fish, pork chops, shrimp. Give it a nice good white coating. My goal is to try to get all the flour that's in this bag to cover this meat up, because the more flour that I have on the meat, the more gravy that I'll have. So we're gonna come on over here, scoop this out the way. We're gonna test the grease to make sure that it's good and hot, ready for the meat to go on. Oh yeah, we Gucci. I hope this thing doesn't fall apart while I'm putting it in here. 2.3 pounds of nothing but meat. Y'all see that? Here we go. Oh wee, it's frying. Bring the camera closer, guys, so you guys can see that. I'm gonna just wipe up my mess a little bit here. Whenever I do a cooking video, I always preach in my videos to try to clean as you go, because it actually makes it a lot better. You know, like when you're moving around the kitchen, I don't know about you guys, but when I cook, or whether I'm doing a cooking video or not, I do a lot of moving around and stuff in the kitchen. So you wanna clean it as you go. And especially like when you're on camera in front of thousands of people, people will talk about you. They will talk about you, especially if you're like a nasty person, messy, you got grease and food all over the place. People will pick up on that and they will let you know that you're a messy cook. So far, I've been kind of lucky since I've been doing cooking videos. I haven't had that happen to me, but I'm sure it will, but it won't really matter. I'm gonna keep doing it. All right. put these spices away real quick, and then we'll bring you guys over here. Old Bay seasoning gotta be in the front. By the way, I hope you guys enjoyed the first smoothie video that I did yesterday. I did a mixed mango fruit smoothie yesterday, and it came out extremely good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys over here. So that's what it looks like, guys. Like I said, we're gonna let it fry, just like you frying chicken or fish. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever tried it this way, but this is not new to me at all. This is new to me doing it for the first time, but this is not the first time I actually seen it done this way. So, I'm gonna show you guys the other stuff I have. Like I said, I have the corn right here. I'm gonna let that boil for a little bit. I have a bag of potatoes. I'm gonna cut those up off the camera. And I still have carrots from about a week ago when I did a cooking video for you guys. So I'm gonna actually put these in some water for maybe 20-25 minutes and let that boil. And again, when the steak gets done frying, frying, I'm gonna transfer it over to aluminum pan. And then after that, I'm gonna put it in the oven. Once it cooks for about 35 to 40, 50 minutes and get halfway done, I'm gonna take it out and put the cut up potatoes and carrots in there. And I'm also gonna leave the corn in there as well to make it a pot roast boil. So right now it's fried. Nope, it's not ready to show yet. Oh yes, yes it is. There you go. See that? See that? See how it's browning? That's what you want, but you want it to fry for a little while. Keep letting it fry for a little while. Guys, check it out. I'm gonna see if I can turn this light on if it make a difference. It may not. Oh, it was already on. So this is the fried pot chuck roast right here. I have the aluminum pan right here on the side already, ready for it to go in. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over one more time. Show you guys what that looks like. This is exactly what you want it right here. This is exactly what I remember from back in the day. So I'm gonna pull this out in about 35, 40 seconds. But as I told you guys, before I actually put this in the oven, I wanted to put the corn on to start for about 25, 30 minutes on the corn. Now, I was thinking earlier, I said I want to name this video my very first pot roast boil. But I have to really think of fried pot roast boil. I don't know if that makes sense because it's not actually, everything is not boiled. But I think I can call it a fried pot roast boil. Just thinking about it. One of the items is the meat is fried and the corn is boiled. So I think I can get away with that. So anyway, we're gonna give this a try. Go ahead and pull this baby out. Thank God it did not fall apart during the flipping process. Okay, there we go, guys. This is what we actually wanted. This is what we wanted right here. Right in that aluminum pan. Just like that, guys. This is what we're looking for right here. So I got the oven preheated to 375, so that should be going off here very shortly. So I'm gonna set this camera up real quick so I can get this wrapped up and show you guys what I'm gonna put in here to let this bake in the oven with. And it's most likely gonna be water because I'm not gonna put beef broth in here. So, oh, by the way, I got the potatoes already pre-peeled and everything, so I'm gonna get those rinsed off. Again, those are not gonna go in until about the very, like, when it's like 50, 60% done. Now, I know some of you guys probably like, that thing's been cooking for a minute. This is actually, I let this fry on both sides for a total of 12 minutes aside. So it came out extremely crispy, and this is what I was saying. You guys can actually see the seasonings. The seasoning actually stayed in there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this wrapped. Okay guys, once again, before I actually wrap this up, this is what the fried chuck pot roast looks like. Fried. Ooh, this pan is extremely hot. So all I'm gonna do now is take a little bit of water, like a little small cup of water, and pour water around the bottom of the pan. That way we can hopefully it'll gravy up the way that I want it to. So let me get a cup here. Your boy is so excited. I am, man. I don't know why. Like, I mean, some people say, you guys might say I get excited for the smallest things, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm really excited for this because I'm gonna tell you why. I went out and I bought this board, right, guys, right? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna just show you. I went out and I bought this board right here. It's just a blank whiteboard and it's a marker. And last night I was sitting down at the dinner table drinking a smoothie, and I said to myself, I'm gonna write down the cooking videos that I wanna do for tomorrow. So this morning well, let me back up. So when I wrote it down, I erased it and I said, you know what? I wanna do a fried pot roast tomorrow with all the trimmings, the corn, and call it a fried pot roast boil. So what I did, I wrote down the video idea of what I wanted to get. I went to the store, got the items this morning, but I didn't vlog that while I was at the store. And when I wrote it down on the whiteboard, I put it right here. So this morning, when I came in the kitchen to make my cup of coffee, the first thing that jumped out at me was this above my stove with that blue ink on it. And so that's, you know, the small things like this that really make me excited, because I want to do better things this year. I want to make this like the best year on a Pryor family. I mean, you have to really set your mind to it if you really want to do it. So I got one of these cups right here. I used something similar to this like this last night for my smoothie. Oh, by the way, guys, comment down below in this video if you guys want to see me do another smoothie. I think I said vegetable smoothie. As a matter of fact, I may actually put a community post up tonight on my community wall. And see what type of veggie smoothie that you guys want me to make. Now, I can do another fruit smoothie because Lord knows, I ain't gonna lie, guys, I went ham at the store yesterday. I went ham at the store when it came to the fruit. I think I overbought fruit. I bought so much fruit, I got fruit to last me the next couple of months, which is not a bad thing. Even though I don't always eat fruit, I need to really start eating fruit. So I guess the best way for me to eat it now is to blend it up into a smoothie. Hey, y'all know how they say you can trick a kid? How do you trick a kid into eating green beans, right? Most kids do not like green vegetables, but how do you trick a kid into eating green beans? Somebody told me mash it up and mix it in something like don't make it, don't give it to them in pea or bean form. They say smash it up, chop it up, and mix it in spaghetti or mix it in their noodles or something, because they'll never know it's there. I don't know. Just a thought, just a thought. So anyway, I'm gonna cut up an onion real quick before I actually put this in the oven. I have, oh, get off my knife. I have one sweet onion. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up real quick. I probably should have had this done off camera, but that way, because when I turn the camera off, I try to pre-prep stuff so I don't have you guys here all day. I know some people say, we don't mind, Damien. We don't mind the long videos because we like hearing your voice. Actually, yesterday I went to the store, and this is a real story. I went to Walmart yesterday, and I was in there doing something, and this lady, well, I ain't gonna say lady, she was like a kid, like a teenager. So she kept looking at me and stuff in the checkout line. So finally, I said something to Dion in the checkout line. I was playing with my son Dion while I was waiting on her in front of me, and she finally said, I knew your voice sounded familiar. She said, you the guy who do YouTube? I was like, yeah. But she said that she recognized me. She said that she kept looking at me and she wasn't for sure. But she said when I opened my mouth and said something, she realized, she's like, your voice sounded so familiar. So anyway, the idea with these onions is I'm gonna cut them up into chunks. I'm not gonna shred them up because I wanna be able to eat the onions with the pot roast as well. I'm just gonna take and cut them into like little chunks. I actually should have cut up 2 onions and just put them around the pot roast just like that. Now again, we're not gonna season the pot roast anymore because, I hear that? That's the oven beeping. That means the oven is ready. So, here we go. Show you guys what it looks like. Now, I only used 1.5 cups of water for my pan. I didn't wanna oversaturate the meat to where it comes to like start boiling in the oven. I wanted to actually cook without a whole lot of water. I'll give you guys a more glimpse of that before we actually put it in the oven. I'm gonna go ahead and take this tin foil. My corn is boiling too over there now, so this is one of those days, guys. What is today? Today is actually Wednesday. Yes, today is Wednesday. So it's been lately I've been putting out videos so late in the evening, sometime 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the evening. But this may be one of those videos I'll actually be able to give it to you kind of earlier today. And it's like, it's kind of early afternoon right now. So I would say it's probably just after 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm gonna wrap this up really good. And I'm gonna set my timer on my phone for about 40 minutes. There it is, just like that, guys. Open this up. You always want to step back when you open that oven, so all that heat don't come out and smack you dead in the face. So that's it, guys, for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down for now, and I'm gonna see you guys when I get ready to do the second step of this, which is taking it out the oven, putting the potatoes in there, putting the boiled corn around it, and all that good stuff. And the carrots, I'm actually gonna put the carrots in 15 minutes before I actually take the roast out and deem it completely done, because the carrots will get extremely soft extremely fast, and then they will dissolve into liquid. Okay guys, so this is gonna be step 2 to my fried chuck roast boil. So as you see the roast, I'm gonna zoom so I don't get the camera down or too close to that heat. Look how nice it's looking on top. It's not exactly tender yet, but I had it in for 45 minutes, and I said after 45 minutes, I was gonna go ahead and add the corn. So the corn is kind of hot, so I'm gonna use this to pick it up with. I'm just gonna take each one and just kind of set it right around here, just like this, with the cabbage boil. I'm sorry, cabbage. I must have cabbage on my mind. Y'all know when y'all say somebody's name or something, it must be talking about you. I seriously doubt if cabbage is talking about me. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna set that down. Lay it down. Uh-oh, I gotta go get my little man's in a minute. He must got hit with an ad. When he watches his shows that Dion watches on television, when he gets hit with an ad, which is constantly, he will go off. He's just like us. We don't like ads. I can guarantee you, nobody sits there when an ad pops up and watches the whole entire ad. If you say you do, cap, nobody likes ads. So he's the same. He doesn't like the ads. So check that out, guys. Tell me that ain't looking fire. That's looking fire. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this back up, guys, and put it back in the oven. I just wanted you guys to see step 2. Well, guys, looks like the pot roast, the oven chuck roast, fried chuck roast is actually coming along very well. I put it in for another hour, and as you see, the meat is literally tender and just going crazy. So there's only 2 steps left, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put these potatoes inside this pot roast. I'm just gonna kind of like spread them out, make it look real pretty. I might actually cover up some of the meat, but it's okay. Now this time I'm gonna wrap this up extremely tight, and then we're gonna go ahead and set those carrots right on top, and the carrots will actually cook in with the roast evenly, where they won't overcook. So I'm gonna set the carrots right on top of that meat. Put that right in the front, just like that. I don't know, guys, this might be the best roast I've ever made in my life since I've been doing cooking. Which I've been cooking for a while, but just a few years back, when I got serious about YouTube, I started introducing my videos, my cooking videos to YouTube, and some people seem to like them. You know, not everybody. Not everybody really watched my cooking videos, but people seem to really like the cooking videos. So I'm gonna get that right, just like that. Let that meat stay open and breathe just a little bit. Now we got some carrots. Find some carrots. Oh gosh, look at all this freaking Powerade I got. I never have to worry about being thirsty. Got Pepsi, Coke, some Mountain Dew back there, milk, orange juice, Powerade, and don't trip, I got plenty of water. Lots of water, I keep lots of water. So these are the carrots. So then it's gonna take these. Like I said, I wasn't gonna put these in at first, but so much time has gone by. I'll go ahead and put those in there like that. Let those cook up real good. And there we go. Now we're gonna actually season the vegetables. We didn't season the vegetables earlier. I wanted to wait until we got to this stage before I actually seasoned the vegetables. And next time I open this oven up, guys, it's a wrap. It's all gonna be done. So we're gonna take our little table salt right here. Of course, we gotta put salt on the corn. And salt. The whole key to a pot roast, man, you have to make sure you have plenty of pepper. Pepper not only gives it that flavor, it actually gives it that good old color too. Now, I'm gonna put this in for another 40 minutes. And after 40 minutes, the vegetables will be soft. Everything else is done. The meat, the corn is done. The vegetables will be nice and soft. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to take the aluminum foil off the pan and put it back in the oven for an additional 20 minutes to let everything brown. And then we'll be ready to do a sample for you guys. Well guys, I am finally back with the final finishing touches, man. Oh my God. I'll turn this camera around. You guys are gonna love what you're gonna see. This is my very, very first time making a fried pot roast boil. Comment down below, man, if you guys enjoyed this video. If you plan on trying to do a cooking dish like this, man, please, by all means, if you do this cooking dish, give me some ideas of how to do it better. Send me a picture of your fried pot roast boil in my email at black_dac2@yahoo.com. Basically, this whole thing actually took me about 3 hours because there was certain different process that I wanted to do. So I went ahead and when I rinsed the meat off, I fried it for about 12 minutes on each side. I only seasoned one side of the meat. After I fried the meat, I actually put it inside of this tin pan. I put it in the oven and let it cook for maybe another hour. I took it out and I added the corn on the cob to the pot roast. Then after about another 40 additional minutes, I added the potatoes and the carrots and I gave it another 40 to 50 minutes in the oven. And this is the finishing results right here, guys. You cannot tell me that this does not look good. This is my first time making this dish. Now, I've seen pot roast fried before, but I've never seen it like with all of that stuff that I have in here. Like, as you see, this did make its own gravy. It did make a heck of a lot of gravy, but that's fine. So this is what it's looking like. That meat is really, really tender, guys. Look at this. I mean, it is literally tender, tender, tender. But anyway, I'm going to say thank you all for watching this video. If you guys want me to do like the mukbang part of this video for you guys, all you gotta do is just drop me a comment on the comment section down below after this video. You know your boy will make it happen, man. But I wanna say I love you, man. Thank all of you guys for the continued love and support of the Crier family. Most importantly, man, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. But I'm gonna end it off. Until next time, I'm Damian Crier. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.